I actually think the midlife crisis is quite a beautiful thing because it's a bloke saying, I actually don't care what anyone thinks.
Yes.
I'm not bothered if you don't think that's what I should be into. I enjoy it. But yeah, I mean, we're going to talk you through some of the things that we've adopted in our early onset of the midlife crisis. Things that have changed, things that we would have cringed at in our 20s. Welcome to the Fit Dads Podcast. My name's Ryan Dutton. I'm joined by the man in the shades, the hat and the Berghaus jacket, Mr. Brad Thompson. If you've joined us today on audio format, well, you've missed out because we have donned our best midlife crisis attire. This episode is all about the things, I say blokes, but maybe men and women get up to in midlife. They call it the midlife crisis. I feel like at the ripe old age of 35, I'm kind of in, what shall we call it, the early onset of midlife crisis.
I think you're fully in it right now, mate. If anyone's just listening on audio, go onto YouTube, please. Ryan's fully embracing it.
Let's start with your outfit, mate. Talk us through your outfit.
I mean, I'm not going to lie, mate. This is all your clobber.
It is, mate.
Which is double damning for you, actually. So I've got a fantastic hat on, which is Sunday Running Club. All right. I have some fantastic vintage, call them vintage Ray-Bans from yourself.
Aviators.
And then a Berghaus. So I'm that dad with his matcha tea that one of his kids has got into, matcha latte. One of his kids has forced him into drinking. And I'm the dad who walks around the peaks looking grumpy.
You look like one of the dads who walks on the touchline at football, like really seething that his son isn't doing well.
Yeah, I should have bought a thermos.
Yeah.
Thermos and a brolly.
Yeah, and a megaphone.
But I mean, right, everyone wants to know what you're wearing.
I mean, it's pretty obvious what I'm wearing. I am wearing a cycling outfit today. Donned from helmet down to bib shorts, proper lycra spandex numbers. I'll give people a cheeky little insight into what's underneath it. I'm trying to hide the nipples so we know it's a bit more PC.
I'm sure YouTube censors them.
But yeah, I mean, we're going to talk you through some of the things that we've adopted in our early onset of the midlife crisis. Things that have changed, things that we would have cringed at in our 20s about doing. But there's a few formalities before we get into today's episode, mate. I want to hear a dad joke.
A dad joke?
Hit me with a dad joke.
I'm not confident of this one.
I know.
But I'm going to do it.
All right.
Why did the chicken cross the road?
I mean, it's not a good start, Brad. I'll be honest with you.
It's not, is it? It's not. This is not going well.
Go on. It could be anything.
To get to the fucking idiot's house.
To get to the idiot's house?
Yeah, right.
Oh,
I'll try another one. Right. Knock, knock.
Go on. I like how you've got a backup.
No, I have got a backup.
I like how you've got a backup lined up.
Go on, knock, knock.
Who's there?
It's a chicken, you fucking idiot.
Nice, like that.
It's poor effort from me. I've also got a health and fitness fact, Ryan. Double dip again this week.
You've been the health and fitness man recently.
It's quite sad, this one, actually.
Go on then. What is it?
Muscle mass decreases by 8% per decade after 40.
Really?
Yeah, 8% per decade.
I feel like that's the kind of stat I hear and I go, right, challenge on.
Because what do they say? It's on average 1% in muscle mass every year past 40, so it does check out. That's sad.
It is really sad.
That's really sad. That's on average. So, and it says here, this is a question I want clarifying actually, Ryan. Midlife, it says here, roughly ages 40 to 60. How old do people live until? That's not midlife.
It's funny, isn't it? Yeah. What's the average lifespan of a person? Is it about 80? 85?
Yeah.
Something like that. I think it's about 83 in the UK.
All right.
So technically, 40s is like midlife crisis, which is why I think at 35 now I'm at like am I 35 yet? I'm not even 35 yet. This is when you know it's getting bad. I'm not even 35. I'm 34. I'm 35 this year. I'm just rounding up now. I'm just rounding up to like
it's sad when you round up.
35. I'm about 40 now. So this is what happens, isn't it? We go on this steady decline of getting into things that we would have cringed at in our 20s. I mean, classic case, right? Is for me, I've started shopping in certain shops that just
don't say it.
Go on.
Don't say M&S.
Not M&S, but I do like a cheeky M&S.
It's class. That's how I knew. I'm like, this is curtains for me now.
Yeah.
I'm liking all that stuff, you know.
It's good quality.
Yeah.
It's not too expensive.
Yeah.
Functional. You know what else is in that category for me? That I guess I seek way too much pleasure in shopping in. Mountain Warehouse.
I've seen Amy publicly shame you for this, actually.
She has publicly shamed me.
Yeah. Head torch.
I do don head torches now on my runs.
So can we go through the R5 Mountain Warehouse essential tick list?
Well, you've got one of them on, mate. A Berghaus.
Yeah,
You've got to have a Berghaus.
Yeah.
Got to have a good pair of cargos. You need some nice base layers. What else do we need? We need
bear spray.
I don't know where you're thinking I'm living, mate, but there's no bears around here.
What's in my pocket then?
Just happy to see you, mate.
No,
so, and then what else is in that category, I guess, for you in terms of clothes? Is there anywhere else that you've been shopping where you think this is a downward spiral here?
Do you know what? I'm liking the range at the minute.
The range?
Obviously not for clothes, obviously, but because we're moving house, we've got a date.
Oh, have you?
For the house move.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah, so by the time this probably goes out, I will be in the new house.
Really?
Yeah.
In a couple of weeks' time?
A couple of weeks' time.
That's moved quick, hasn't it?
That's moved very quick.
Wow.
So we're going to be moving, mate. So we're having a good look at, we can kit out as new pad and the range is ticking a lot of boxes for me.
It's nice, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's in that nice place of being not too crazy expensive, but half decent in terms of style.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whereas TK Maxx, it's got some fucking weird stuff in there. And Matalan's got
But
some
so is
stuff.
the range, mate. Like you could spend a whole day in the range. I reckon you could spend 6 hours in the range.
It's got a cafe.
little half-time break.
Yeah, I'll have that.
You'll do like homeware for one section, cutlery for the next.
Tell you, around Christmas time, it's good.
Yeah.
It's good, the range. Yeah.
It's got so much random shit though, isn't it? Like the garden stuff.
Yeah.
It's got...
You've just prompted my mind about I think this is beyond midlife. I do love a garden centre.
Yeah, I do as well.
Yeah.
I like going and sitting on the outdoor furniture.
Yeah.
I'm just imagining myself in my garden.
Yeah. Do you still do, if you see like the bags of compost, do you still give it a
Do you?
little jab? Do you not?
No, I don't know.
That keeps me youthful, that.
Does
I walk
it?
past a bag of compost, I'm like,
It's got to be. I mean, they're a bit lower down now.
I've got a hammer fist there. I can't read
Ground.
Ted's learning.
There's nothing says midlife crisis like walking in and seeing a bloke ground and pound some
ground and pound some compost. Garden centres.
I'm all in for garden centres, mate. Don't worry about
Favourite garden centre? Seeing as we're talking midlife.
Got to be Chatsworth.
Chatsworth.
Oh, Chatsworth. You've been to Chatsworth Garden Centre?
I have, yeah.
It's a good one, that one, mate. Yeah, really good.
Wentworth. I'm a
Wentworth is
Wentworth
good.
Man.
Yeah, Wentworth is vast. Wentworth. I can't say it. Wentworth.
Do you want a word as original?
No, I don't. I'm not trying to say that. It's awesome. It's got the big cafe. It's got the plants, massive plant section outside. You've got a farm there for a little one.
Exactly.
Wentworth's a full day out, mate.
Have you been to the? What's it called? There's a restaurant that's there. I can never remember what it's called. Provi, something like that.
Is it?
I don't know. It's nice.
I'm not eating there. I don't think.
I think you'd like it.
I always imagine them being extortionate prices.
It's bougie. It's
Is it?
nice. Yeah. Just don't do afternoon teas. No, afternoon teas are questionable. You don't strike me as an afternoon tea guy.
No, mate.
You know?
No. The word just sitting there and on a little tray comes all these little fancy sandwiches and cakes. Not for me, mate.
Yeah.
Not
Fair.
for me.
Fair.
Should we talk bikes?
Yeah, go on. Let's do it.
I'm well into my bikes now, mate.
Are you really?
And I haven't even got one.
Are you at all the gear?
Apart
from the most important bit of gear?
Pretty much, yeah. I mean, I've donned all this stuff. It's actually, it was on order, right? It's been made now. As we speak, it's on its way to the shop for pickup.
Your bike is?
Okay. I've done so much research. And I think this is a big part of the midlife crisis, is like wanting to understand everything. Do you know when you get into something new, it's quite nice to go, oh my God, there's so much to this. Do you know what I mean? When you get into bikes and you go, right, there's kind of road bikes, gravel bikes, there's different kinds of pedals, SPD, SPDL, there's all these different types of seats you can get, there's different widths of the handlebar stems, there's the width of the handlebar itself, there's different cleats you can wear with them, there's different bolt-ons, there's shoes that are made especially for each bike, there's different helmets, there's all sorts of mad kit, and you just deep dive into these topics, and I think that's one of the joys of a midlife crisis, isn't it?
How much of the younger audience have we just lost in that?
So many 20-second monologue. Yeah. And if you're not into bikes, that'll mean absolutely nothing to you. And it would have meant nothing to me 2 months ago.
Yeah.
But
were you a bike guy growing up? Did you have bikes as a kid?
I had bikes, yeah, but I wasn't a bike guy. No, I had I had everything like mountain bikes, BMXs. I preferred a BMX, to be honest with you.
Right.
Yeah, but no, never really been a bike person. And then obviously I've signed up to these triathlons, which again we can go down a rabbit hole in terms of sport and fitness, which we will at some point. But it all started from that. I just signed up to this triathlon. I initially signed up to a sprint triathlon.
Okay.
Then as soon as I purchased my bike, I thought, sprint's not long enough for me, mate. I need to be trained for something longer, so I signed up to a full triathlon now in Chester.
I don't know if I've heard you fully talk about a triathlon on here before.
Have I not?
No.
Really?
No,
Have I never been vocal about this?
I think you've mentioned it to me, but never to the people. No.
No, well, I just wanted a different challenge. Like, I've been doing a bit more swimming, which I've quite enjoyed. Then I've started doing a little bit of biking on like holidays and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Really enjoyed it. Obviously, I do loads of running. And what better to combine all three than a triathlon? Do you know what I mean?
Not?
So, signed up for this sprint triathlon. It was actually at Rother Valley. So you go and do in the big lake. I think it's only like 400 metres.
Okay, in the big lake?
In the big lake, yeah. It's not even bad. I think it's just one lap across.
What time of year?
It's in June, so it's not too bad.
Yeah,
not too
fair.
bad.
All right.
So June 21st, that one was, or is. And then you go and do, I think it's I want to say 21k bike ride.
Okay.
Which is average distance, should take you 30, 40 minutes.
To that round Rother Valley? Or are we talking
I think it's on the roads. It did say it's on the roads somewhere.
Right.
So it's not actually on the gravel path. It's on the roads around there. And then it is a 5k run, I think.
Okay.
Or a 6k run.
It's perfect. Rother Valley's 5k, isn't it?
Yeah,
Perfect.
pretty much one lap around, I think.
We'll be there, mate. We'll be there cheering you on.
Thank you. But that's on the 21st of June. But I'm doing the full triathlon on the 7th of June.
Okay, fair.
So I've kind of done it in the wrong way, really.
A victory lap.
Maybe. Yeah,
victory lap.
maybe. I'm hoping the full triathlon at Scarlin. I'm like, right, I'm not doing that sprint one. But yeah, so that's the trickiest thing about. I mean, anyone can jump in, the local pool and do a few laps. Anyone can put a pair of trainers on and run. But the trickiest bit of the whole setup is the bike, because you're going to need to know you've got to deep dive into it to know what you need, what all the different bits of kit are. And when you get into triathlons as well, it's not just like your cycling gear like this. You need what's called a tri-suit.
Okay.
So you wear your tri-suit underneath your swimming suit or your wetsuit. And then what you do is you do your full swim in all your gear, you shed your wetsuit, you've got your tri-suit underneath, and you do your bike and you run in your tri-suit.
You're really into this, aren't you?
So into this, mate. Can you tell?
Yeah.
But it's all this different pieces of kit you need. And I love this. This, again, it's the midlife crisis, mate. This is the beautiful thing about it. You deep dive into this topic. It's this area of life that you've never before been any amount of concerned about. And now you are well into it.
What I love is when you see these memes that talk about choose your millennial crisis attire.
That's right.
And I feel like there's numerous ones, isn't there? I can
Triathlon's in there.
Triathlon's in there. I can predict mine.
I think High Rocks is in there.
High Rocks is in there. I think I'm gonna be the paddle guy.
Paddle guy.
Where I'm moving to, there's a paddle place opening.
I mean, you look like the paddle guy. Even in your outfit right now, glasses on. You look like the serious paddle guy. Like the paddle guy that goes in there and goes, "Oh, this isn't for fun, my friend. I'm here to win."
Yep.
And I'm gonna make sure that I'm doing all I can. And you mentioned getting lessons as well. Doesn't surprise me.
No, I want lessons purely because I think I might have publicly said this before, but played paddle against Dave Ison, Kieran Wake, who I know is an avid listener, and my old gaffer Shane Beard, and I got absolutely spanked.
Did you?
Dave Ison is sickeningly good. So if anyone's not actually checked out Dave and Kieran's episodes, you only have to listen to them to be like, actually, these guys are legit. Like they want to win, they know what they're doing, and Dave in particular is just sickeningly good. And I think that's one thing I've not dealt well with as I got older. I'm like, actually, I'm not moving as well. There's other people who are, and I can feel that competitive edge wanting to come out again. So
it's hard going through a midlife crisis because I think golf's in there.
Yeah,
golf's in the midlife crisis conversation.
Few people said they spoke to somebody about balls this morning. Balls, as in actual physical balls. So as you get older, your balls get smaller, as in the balls that you play with. So eventually you land on golf.
Yeah.
So you go from like
It's so
rugby,
true, isn't it?
football, cricket, golf.
It's so true because people get into squash, don't they, when they get older as well?
Yeah,
Squash balls, brilliant.
I've always said I'd never be a racket sport guy, but here we
So
are.
true. But yeah, I think it's quite... Honestly, I actually think the midlife crisis is quite a beautiful thing because it's a bloke saying, I actually don't care what anyone thinks.
Yes.
I'm not bothered if you don't think that's what I should be into. I enjoy it. And what do you associate midlife crisis with? Like cars, for example?
Yeah.
Bloke buys a flash car, you think he's having a midlife crisis. But he's not sitting there and going, oh, you know what? It's not the done thing for a 40, 50, 60-year-old to buy, you know, a Lamborghini or a Porsche or something. So I'm not going to do it. He's thinking, you know what? Nah, fuck you all. I'm just going to buy it. Yeah, I lived once. I can afford it. I couldn't afford it back in my 20s, 30s when I probably wanted it. Now I'm in my 50s, 60s. I can. I'm definitely going to buy that car.
It's one of my notes. I've got that. Men are statistically more likely to make big purchases, big status purchases, which such as, like you've said, cars, tech, fitness gear.
Fitness gear, absolutely.
And apparently it comes from identity uncertainty, where normally people go through a certain hard period in their life and they go, do you know what? Life's too short. Who cares? Who cares what my old schoolmates are going to say about me? Whereas you'd argue that when you're in your 20s, maybe even early 30s, you're a bit more arsed what your mates might think. And deep down now, you're like, I don't care anymore.
I think you just follow your heart. Like, you're not as bothered what you listen to. Like music, I remember being in my 20s being very set on listening to certain types of music that were cool. And even though I maybe had a bit of a guilty pleasure for something, I wouldn't entertain the idea of it because I was like, no, it's not cool that I can't listen to it. Now I'm not bothered.
Yeah.
If a Taylor Swift song comes on now on the radio and I'm in the mood for it.
Are you a Swiftie?
I'm not a Swiftie, but there's a few little songs in there that I don't mind. Do you know what I mean? Harlow likes a few of them, Mrs. likes a few of them. So we'll all have a little bit of a sing-song in the car. Back in my 20s, I wouldn't have been saying that. I'd be like, oh, it's for Gibbs, that. I'm not singing on Taylor Swift.
Didn't expect. I'm always nervous about saying things that could get me cancelled.
Oh, I'm not bothered, mate. Not bothered.
I really don't like Taylor Swift.
Do you not?
No.
Not a fan?
I don't trust her.
Do you not?
She's all sickly sweet and she's a billionaire. I'm like, nah, we've all seen how that ends.
Yeah.
We've all seen how that ends.
Yeah. Do you think there's something in the news about to come?
I'm not having it. Not having it.
I think that... I don't know. I think it's the same with a lot of things. Though, like you'll have guilty pleasures that you'll enjoy now. Like even like old pop songs, like Five have just got back together, haven't they?
Yeah. Are they still four? Is there still four of them? Or have they got the fifth one in yet?
I don't know. Was there only four?
There was only four at one bit, which I found hilarious.
I'll have to change the name.
Yeah.
We're four. We're not five anymore. Don't mind listening to them. If they come on.
Yeah.
It's not all like the cool rap and the techno and all that kind of stuff like it was back in the day.
I can see you in Pop World soon.
Oh, I don't mind a bit of Pop World.
Do you know?
Yeah, but
mate, it makes me
does
sick
it
in my
really?
mouth. Still, that's how I know I'm not quite midlife crisis
I love a
mode
bit of
yet.
Pop World, mate. Many a nights, especially since I turned 30. I mean, I'm not drinking now anymore, but post 30 on the nights out in Sheffield, there'll be a few Pop World finishers. Don't worry about that. Pop World,
all right.
A little Jaeger bomb.
I'm here to observe, not judge.
What else is in the midlife crisis category for you?
I've got a very popular Google search that apparently people make when they're having a midlife crisis.
Interesting.
Which is how to change career at 40. Which, do you know what? I love seeing, let's take our industry for example, someone who's a bit ballsy and says, do you know what? I'm gonna give this a go. I want to be a coach. I'm going to change. And any PT or coach who chooses to make a transition in later life, I just respect them so much because they've got so much life experience to bring to it. At the Inspire 2026 event, we met a guy called Adrian Sullivan, and he started a logistics company at 38.
Yeah,
and he knew sod all about logistics, and he's flying. He's doing absolutely amazing. And I really respect people like that.
Yeah,
who just go, whatever. Yeah, let me just change this.
Yeah.
Somewhat to that's a big crisis, but I think it's like a lack of caring, isn't it?
It's never too late kind of attitude.
Yeah.
And I think that, again, that typifies the midlife crisis. Like, I'm just going to do what I want. I don't care. And coming back to the identity thing that you mentioned, like, people go for the midlife crisis because there's a bit of a lack of identity. I'm not sure it's that. I actually think it's more people wanting to hold on to the youth a little bit more.
Fair.
I think that's in my eyes, a better summary of a midlife crisis. Because you think about it, people, what do we get into? We get into things that make us feel good. We get into things that, like cars, for example. We all, how many, those Ford Cosworths?
No, what's these?
Have you not seen a Ford Cosworth? I'm sure it's the Ford Cosworth. It's like, they obviously don't make them anymore. It's made back in the 80s, 90s, I think.
Okay.
But they're for what they are, they're super expensive because blokes in their like 40s, 50s, 60s are all buying them up because when they were growing up, that was the car that on the wall. This Ford Cosworth, I think it had a big spoiler off the back. Google it, have a little look. It's a funny looking car.
It's a Ford Cosworth.
I'm sure it's a Ford Cosworth, yeah.
Ford Cosworth.
Has it got a big spoiler on the back?
I remember seeing a picture of my dad in one of these.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, they're dead expensive now.
Yeah.
For what they are, anyway.
Yeah, fair.
Because that was the one that all the blokes liked with the big spoiler.
Yeah, it's got a big spoiler on it, actually. That's impressive,
And
that.
it was the one that was like semi-affordable as well. It wasn't like your Ferrari or, your Rolls Royce.
Yeah.
It was something that eventually one day you could actually get.
Vintage now.
Yeah. But it's holding on to that youth.
I've got a bit of a tick list, Ryan, if you're up for it.
Go on.
Which is a stereotypical early onset midlife crisis behaviour, which I can't bother to condense down, but suddenly obsessed with either Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, high rocks, Ironman, functional fitness or paddle.
Yeah, I mean, I can tick a few of them off straight away.
Buys a road bike that costs more than your first car.
That's just happened. I wish you'd asked for these like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, there we go. That's 2 ticks for R5. Start saying things like, I just want to optimise.
Optimise, I'm not sure I've said the word. I think
You thought
I like the word functional.
all right. Just want to be more functional.
Something functional.
Discovers cold plunges and won't shut up about inflammation. That's me.
Oh, mate, that is me as well.
Yeah,
I just
that's
listened to
me.
a great podcast about inflammation. I've been telling all my clients about it.
There we go. Grows a moustache or shaves the head.
I can definitely concur. I've not shaved. Did I shave my head? I went number 3. I guess that's not far off, is it?
I don't know. I've gone the other way. I've decided to grow mine, have a different crisis. Gets into watches.
Yeah, I mean, definitely I'm in the market for a new, but I think that's more fancy watches like Rolexes and that kind of stuff, isn't it? It's probably referring to. I'm not as into those things. I like your sport watches.
And then this one is suddenly ruthless about boundaries.
Ruthless about boundaries.
Yeah.
Interesting.
A
In
bit
what
like-
way?
I would interpret that as if, right, so I can't be arsed with that person.
Yeah. yeah.
Whereas before I'd be like, oh, let me give him a chance. And I think you've kissed enough frogs that you go, oh, I can't be arsed. I know exactly what you're going to be like.
Yeah, it's like, I found that with queuing.
Queuing.
My patience for queuing is almost zero, I would say now.
Okay.
To the point where if I go to a shop, I'm just wanting something quick, and there's a massive queue, I'll just put it back and go. I won't even bother getting it. I'll put it back and I'll walk out the shop. I've done that so many times, but the queue's too big. And I'm like, I don't need this thing that much that I'm willing to seethe in a queue for 5-10 minutes.
I wouldn't say I'm like that with queuing. I'd say I'm like it with manners.
Okay.
If someone opens a door and just walks straight through it, doesn't even look behind them, I get a bit sniffy. And they just let it go. Or they don't say thank you. Or that pisses me off.
Yeah.
And I'm a grumpy old man now. Probably going to pivot, Ryan. I obviously wanted to keep this very light-hearted, but I listened to a Joe Rogan episode earlier, and I'm about halfway through it with a guy called Tommy Woods. Talks a lot about mental stimulation and brain development, and it really got me thinking about this episode, actually, about tons of people, they get very, very stagnant and they get a little bit dead behind the eyes. Maybe they're not very stimulated. They might fall into a job that they're a bit meh. They might have something happen to them in their life, and then all of a sudden kicks them into gear. I feel like we've quoted Jim Carrey, Yes Man, quite a lot on this, but they basically turn into Yes Man after that. They go like, well, life's for living, so why not?
Yeah.
What happens if I say yes to everything? And it just got me thinking, like, understanding actually what happens to the brain as we age. We probably do stop being playful. So it's no coincidence that we start challenging ourselves, making life a little bit more playful. And I feel like that's what we're trying to do in particular.
Yeah.
You definitely, buying all this clobber.
I think you're right. Yeah, maybe there is a little bit of that. You become like the yes man, and you just want to. I think you have this impending sense of time in your mind. It's a bit like we all have this hourglass in our mind that's just ticking down. And every now and again, you look over the hourglass and you go, I've got loads of time, I'm fine. But occasionally you look over at the hourglass and you think, that's going a little bit quicker than I would like, the hourglass. I can feel myself edging a little bit closer towards 30. I can feel myself edging pretty close towards 40 now. Shit, I'm at 50 now. Like, this is the second half of my life, potentially. And then all those thoughts start coming on around, how am I going to make this second half more enjoyable? And I see it. I seen it quite a lot with my dad, to be honest with you, with him just being much more chilled than I remember when I was a kid. I think he got to a certain point, and there was a lot of, personal life things went on in my dad's life and our lives growing up, but he was very stressed out, put it that way, had a very intense job, and I think he just got to the point where I just don't want to be stressed anymore. He took a really low stress job, chills, goes away on holiday quite a lot, wants to see the world, books cruises, goes and does all these fancy things. I look at him and go, awesome. Yeah, you're enjoying your life now. You're saying yes to things. You're getting yourself out there. You're ticking some boxes that you've wanted to tick for a while, and he's doing it, I think, in the right way. He's obviously bought a motorbike alongside that. Typical, absolutely typical. Go on. Typical midlife crisis.
Go on.
And he's bought out one of these jet black big Kawasaki numbers, like the ones that.
Glad.
But he's also a driving instructor.
Oh, fair. Okay.
So I'm like, what do you do on these A-roads, Dad? Are you abiding by the speed limit, sir? Because he knows if he goes over the speed limit and he gets caught, he'll lose his license.
Fair. Oh, of course,
and he'll obviously lose his job.
Yeah.
So he's dicing with death. But I kind of like that. He's living a little bit. He's saying yes. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't even think you'd be disappointed if you were like, oh yeah, your dad's been caught doing 100 on A-roads. You'd be
I'd be like, high five, Dad.
Well done, Dad. Well done.
There's a pint on me, Dad, when you're ready. So yeah, I think we do have this like little, like I said, internal timer inside us that just every now and again we get a bit anxious about, and we want to pursue some things we've not pursued. And for me personally, fitness is one of those things. Like, I mean, I've always been into exercise, and it's such a part of who I am. And anytime I haven't been able to train for injuries is when I've been mentally not the best, and I have this really worrying feeling that I'll just get to a point in life where my body just can't do what it does now. And then I have this chain reaction of things that happens where I'm like, right, well, what do I need to do now to make sure that I feel like I've done everything I need to do? Shit, I did have this idea of like doing a marathon. So this year I want to go and do a marathon. I'm thinking, Ironman looks really cool. I'd love to say one day I've done Ironman. How do I start that process? Okay, first step is just, can you do a triathlon? Can you do a sprint triathlon? So it's all these kind of moves I'm making right now this year are all kind of building to something. And it is just me saying, I want to do this now before it gets too late.
I've got a sneaky suspicion that's for two reasons. I think the first one is that sense of personal fulfillment and achievement, where you sort of want to look back and you go, oh, I'm glad I did that. And you want to look back at your life and be like, I've achieved all this. But you also want, probably from a fitness aspect, fitness brings you into the now. And I like that. Yeah. Because you can't really think about anything else. If you're in the gym, you've got to think about rep after rep. If you're on a run, you've got to think about, right, where am I going next? What's my pace like? It brings you so here and now. And I had it yesterday, actually, where, I had quite a bit to do. Mondays are quite busy for me. But I rung Amy and like, how are you both doing? And Ted's on half term. And I could just hear it in her voice. I'm like, you need to just chill out a bit. I'm like, come up to the gym. I'll look after Ted. You can train. And I just sat with Ted, just played with him in this giant box. So shout out to Phil Roberts for giving us this giant...
I saw that on your Instagram story, yeah.
The best thing we could have done. He got us this massive box and Ted just played in it. And he knows we're moving house, so he's made himself a little TV. He's made himself a little L-shaped sofa.
I saw that, yeah.
And I'm just like, this is what it's about.
Creativity.
Do you know what I mean? And it slowed me right down. I went looking at clock. I'm just thinking, I need to soak this up, because one day he's not going to want to do this. Give him 7 years when he's 12. What 12-year-old sits in a cardboard box and colours? It's not going to happen. Yeah. And I just thought, I'm really, really lucky to be able to do this, because I'm not in a corporate job. I don't have to worry about bringing my kid into office. Like, this is my space. I can just get him in and get him colouring.
I love that you were really present in that moment as well, and that you just had that out-of-body experience where you're like, I'm really aware that this is something quite unique, this moment here, and I'm going to enjoy it for what it is. Because sometimes you don't always appreciate it in the moment. Sometimes it might be 2 weeks later, and you think back on it, and you go, well, it was only 2 weeks ago, but I'm glad that was a nice moment. I've got a nice memory of that. To be there in the moment, right there and then, appreciating something like that is really nice. And it kind of probably leads me on to one of my next points that I wrote down, is that it's something, obviously mentioned how nice it is that men just get into this state. And then part of the midlife crisis is not giving a fuck, basically, and caring less what people think. Yeah. But I also think when it comes to fitness, sometimes that can be the detriment. And I think that might be the first signs of the dad bod, is because in our 20s, we do fitness and training and gym to impress other people, don't we? We want to get the girl, we want to impress our mates, we want to have the ego lift. And then when you start caring less about what people think, you kind of drop your guard down a little bit, and then you start piling a few more pounds on. You're not as bothered about moving as much. You've got other hobbies that maybe aren't as active, and that dad bod starts to suddenly come out of nowhere. And it always kind of coming from a good place, because you realise that maybe I was just doing exercise in the gym to impress the people. Now I'm not trying to impress those people. I'm not doing it as much. But then I think it comes full circle, where dad then realised that, oh, actually, I wasn't doing it for other people, but I stopped doing it, and now it makes me feel shit.
This has come at a really bizarre time. All the words from your mouth, I've basically written them down in an email I'm going to send out, and it's called Why Most Men Quit Training. And it's why. And I'd sort of preface it by saying it's not, I don't think it's laziness. I honestly think it's because life takes over. Men notoriously get so caught up on being the provider that they forget themselves, and they almost put everyone else first. And I know mums suffer with this quite a lot, where that maternal instinct is to put everyone else first. But I think dads do it in a different way. They do it in a lot of drive, that financial providing, the holidays, all this sort of stuff, but at the cost of usually their health, usually their presence, which is a massive shame. Both of those things are absolutely tragic. Like health, we only get one body. I don't think we can't trade it in and get a new one. And then time, that's one resource we just cannot get more of. And I think a lot of people just sacrifice that, unfortunately. I feel like I've really turned the mood now, mate. Sorry about that.
No, it's a really important point. And it was funny, actually. Amy sent me something today, and it was the basis of a really big study they did on longevity of life. And you're probably aware of this, but they went through all the different markers that affect longevity of life, from how you eat, how you move, how you train, whether you smoke, just all the varying factors. And there was a lot of them. And there's two things that determined how long people live for. Number one was stress levels. That was the most determining factor, and that really worries me, because I look after myself so well in terms of my training, but I am mega stressed out. We have conversations about it all the time, right? About how I operate on this kind of like just not very healthy level of stress day to day, week to week. And the second one, which is quite surprising, which is your close connections and friendships. How many of those you have? That was actually number one.
Wow. Okay.
The number one decider of how long people live is their connections, which actually, when you think about it, based on this episode, gets less as you get older, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But I think it gets less, but the people that stick around, you have quality connections with, generally. I think as you get older, that circle gets smaller and smaller and smaller, but the connection with those people gets stronger, or should get stronger and stronger. And I think it's really important you keep like a really good, close-knit group of friends. I've got a guy that I trained this morning, Paul, and he has a WhatsApp group with all his mates. Paul's in his like late 50s now. And the amount of banter they have in there is great. And they go to Benidorm as a group every year. And he was showing me some of the WhatsApp messages, and sometimes he'll forward me some of the naughtier ones, shall we say, on WhatsApp from the group. So we have a bit of banter about that. But I'm like, this guy's got it sussed, because he goes and holidays with his mates. goes fishing with his son. He's just got a really nice network of friends who are still like him, grew up with him, and that's going to massively improve his life for sure. Probably more so than he realizes. And then you get certain people, who kind of just close themselves off a little bit.
Yeah.
I've got someone in mind, I'm not going to name who it is, someone I know who's post 60, and they do close themselves off to the world, and they're not very open to trying new things or meeting new people. And I think sometimes the stubbornness of old age can keep you locked in a certain position. And I think that's an unfortunate byproduct of getting old. You just, and we spoke about before, like, I found this, people annoy me more now than when I was in my 20s. Little things people do just annoy me more. Whether it's driving, whether it's in the supermarket, it can be the smallest things. But what that does is it just drops that little penny in the bank of reinforcing the idea that you find people annoying and just switch off to people. Stop giving them time of day. Just realise that most people are dickheads and you know best. And I think we fall into that trap a little bit, don't we, sometimes?
It's actually a scientific term for that, Ryan, called the human attribution error.
The human I knew he'd have... Listeners, you just knew he was going to have a name for that.
I'm telling you.
The human attribution
error. Yeah, which is, if you cut me up in traffic, you're a prick.
Right.
If I cut someone up in traffic, I need to get somewhere. I'm in a rush. So
Yeah.
It's a bit like if someone goes, oh, well, my dad were like, he were really hard on me, so I'm a proper perfectionist, and they'll blame a little bit. But that trait actually makes them really good at the job because they're very attention orientated.
Yeah.
So it's a bit like that attribution, and most people negatively attribute things from their parents compared to like what they actually use it for, which I find really, really interesting.
It's funny that, isn't it, how different personality types they can be a knobhead in one area, but an absolute legend or brilliant in another area.
Yeah.
One person springs to mind straight away, Conor McGregor.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's that character where he's so brash and so outspoken, don't give a shit, that in the octagon, what a legend he is. But you take that attitude into Tesco, you are suddenly an absolute knobhead. Who's this guy pushing in? Like, do you know what I mean? Who does he think he is? Like, it's that weird juxtaposition of like, if you find that person in the right scenario, they can really excel. But if you get them in another situation, they're still the worst person in the world.
True. And when you were talking then about having that close network of mates, I really thought of Mark Pearson, who we've had on.
Okay.
Because Mark, he's got a really good group of mates, and he's very similar to the guy who you spoke about, goes away with his mates. And Mark, he's not leaving anything on the table. Mark's going for it. Like, in every aspect of his life, he does what he says, and he says what he does. He's great about it, and I think well done for that reason. And he puts that a lot of the time down to these having quite positive role models as well. And like you said, if your network's getting smaller and smaller, again, a bit of a morbid stat to say here, but you do see that a lot where if someone's partner passes away in old age, the other partner's typically not far behind because they almost lose that will, that meaning.
Yeah.
And I find that really interesting that,
that bond's so strong that once you lose someone, you kind of feel like you've lost part of you.
I think it's like having something to live for and almost having that ability to contribute. And I think there's a lot to be said about, I put a post out last week about everyone wants a village, but no one wants to be a villager.
Interesting. Okay. What's the concept behind that?
Concept is everyone thinks, I want this really supportive network around me, but people aren't really willing to be a part and help people.
Yeah.
They just want it for himself and they're not willing to contribute for other people. And it's a very selfless thing to do.
Yeah.
And I think people need to be very, very aware of this, because if you are someone who wants a supportive network around them and you're not doing anything to contribute to other people's network, your circle's going to be very small and you're not going to have much luck in that sense.
Do you know what that reminds me of, actually? It made me think about our Neighbourhood WhatsApp group.
Okay.
And some of the people in there who contribute quite a lot, help out, are always willing to go out of the way. I'm a bit more of a keep my head down kind of person. But there was a situation the other day that really kicked off and someone's house was getting broken into.
Oh, okay.
And I've got the notifications for this WhatsApp group turned off. In fact, for all WhatsApp messages, I have to go onto WhatsApp to kind of view them.
Okay.
But I was on my phone messaging a client back at the time, and I just saw this. There's two groups. There's the neighbourhood kind of general chat, and there's the emergency like WhatsApp group. And I saw something popped up that said, "Our house is getting burgled right now.
No.
This is the address. Can someone please go?" I was like, "Oh shit!" So I was literally sat in my office, ran downstairs. I was there within 3 minutes.
Wow.
The people had obviously left by that time, but I was first on the scene. But so at the drop of a hat, I'm willing to get out and go and put myself in harm's way and really like help. And I hate the fact that if someone's burgling into like someone's burgling our estate, I kind of feel that sense of like it's our estate. It's not just your house and you deal with it. I do get that sense of like I want to help out, but I'm not the person who's going to be messaging on there all the time. Like I kind of keep my head down a little bit, and it did make me think: do I need to contribute more?
I think there's frequency and there's intensity. Some people are very frequent, it can almost be deemed as nosy sometimes.
I was going to say that's what came to my mind.
Or these really intense actions like you did, where many people would be like curtain twitching, and you would straight down.
Yeah.
You know, like respectfully, mate. If you're a burglar and you see R5 barreling towards you dressed like this, because you do dress like that a lot. Bring on.
I'd be so confused. I was a burglar in someone's house, and then a road cyclist just starts sprinting towards me down the road. I wouldn't know what to make of it. I wouldn't know whether to be scared or not, because it's not a very scary outfit, I'll be honest with you.
This is a huge segue, because we are on midlife crisis. I didn't expect to mention Bugsy Malone today. Have you ever heard the Bugsy Malone story when he gets his house burgled?
Yes, I have heard it.
Oh,
it was
my God.
Yeah, it was on, what's it called? It was
Modern Wisdom.
Modern Wisdom, Chris Williamson, yeah.
Mate, genuinely, it disarms people. I think he ran towards and just took his top off and just stormed into his house.
Yeah.
But that freaked people out. They're like, this guy's mental.
Yeah.
Like, what are we doing? I'm getting out.
That switch.
I'm getting out of this, yeah.
Yeah. I feel like I've got that switch.
Yeah.
That same switch. If something kicks off, I'm 0 to 100 ready to risk it all. Basically,
I mentioned to you before we started recording, like one of Ted's bath toys like fell down in the night. I'm straight out of bed, mate. Got a baseball bat on my shoulder. I'm there, ready. I'm like, nope. And it was such a weird, like primal thing. I didn't even think. Just jump out of bed, hear this noise, hear this crash. You're like, right.
It's funny, isn't it?
What's
like,
next?
Yeah. We. I think it's a male thing, that, isn't it? It's a bloke thing.
And I think a lot of people, as they get older and go through this midlife, maybe they notice stuff like that they're not as physically capable as they once were. I think that's quite scary for people. Like, I've not had to throw a punch since I stopped my martial arts training. I now question, can I fight? I think I could defend very well. I'm just like,
it's all, I mean, fighting and throwing a punch is all like fine motor skills, isn't it? And it's knowing where to do it, how to do it, it's coordinating. It's a bit like, what's a good analogy? It's a bit like riding a bike. Like if you haven't rode a bike for like years, and the first time you get back on that bike, you're like, I know how to ride a bike. But there's a part of my brain that goes, how easy is this going to be? And you have that first 10, 15 seconds where you kind of like, oh, this is a bit odd. And then you're like, okay, no, I know how to ride a bike. It's cool.
And it's that where you think, well, I'm supposed to be like the protector here. Do you know what I mean? And you go, can I even do this anymore? So I'm, I do wonder.
I think you need to leave paddles to the side, mate, and join that martial arts class.
And actually, get to, there is a jiu-jitsu place around the corner, actually.
Is there?
So I might have
Which one was it called?
Oh, it's going to bug me this. I need to find out. Let me have a look. Sorry about this, everyone. I just want to give them a shout out because I might well be checking these guys out. They are New Rebellion Jiu-Jitsu.
New Rebellion.
Rebellion.
I've not heard of those.
Yeah. Which sounds like they can fuck you up.
It sounds quite a cool name. It's
cool
one of them cool names that it's started by like a couple of gimps. And they've chosen a really cool name, and you get there, you're like, this was, it sounds cooler than it is this. Or it's actually proper cool.
No, I'm trying to just do a little bit of scouting out at the moment. It's where we're moving to. I'm like, there's a lot in this area. And I can't decide to learn a new skill and just challenge myself a bit. Something like wrestling's completely out of my comfort zone.
Wrestling?
Like anything grappling. Do you know what I mean?
I thought it was like pottery or something, but wrestling is a bit more hands-on.
I probably wrongly, I'm going to put jiu-jitsu in with the wrestling guys, even though it's not. It's grappling, but still, potato. Or something striking based, because I've always wanted to really learn how to properly box, because I've obviously done martial arts as a kid, but boxing's a different beast, isn't it?
That's proper trying to hurt someone when you're trying to box them.
I've always liked boxing.
Yeah.
But anyway, by the by, I've got a bit of a quiz for you, Ryan. I say a bit of a quiz. This is more anything that your dad does that you've seen creep into your life.
Oh, that's a great question. That starts like in your 20s, doesn't it? Where you start saying things and you go, oh shit, my dad used to say that and now I'm saying it. Anything that my dad does that I've found creeping into my life.
I can go first if you want.
Go on. I'm having a little think.
I've got one in particular. If I want to leave somewhere, I'll slap my legs. All right, I'll do it now. Right. It says, we're off.
We're off.
My dad used to
We're
do
in
it
business.
all the time. As soon as I heard my dad go, right, I could time it. I knew exactly when we were going to do it. If he's leaving somebody's house, like a mate or a family member, he'd wait for that silence and be like, right, we're off.
We're off now.
Go on.
Yeah.
And honestly, I've found myself doing it. Like, where has that come from?
It's just all you know, isn't it? It's what you grow up on.
It's weird.
There's little things that I say to Harlow sometimes, and I can't pinpoint something specifically. Normally when like maybe I'm just not telling her off, but giving her like a bit of a firm, don't do that. And I do things, and I say things, and I know it sounds like my dad sometimes, unfortunately.
Another one's just like, again, it's a stereotypical one, but just standing up and grunting a bit. Just that like little, as you stand up. Yeah. There's another one. My dad really got into reggae, all right? Started off with UB40, quickly transcended into everything. And I'm really getting into it. I find it really soothing.
I'm imagining your dad with like Rasta hair and one of those big Jamaican beanies on.
I've ever told you my dad looked a bit like Sean Bean.
I've seen pictures of your dad and I concur actually. There is a bit of Sean Bean in there.
He once got approached. He were at a Sheffield United game.
Okay.
This kid's come up to me a programme. Stop me if I've told you this story before.
Yeah.
He's come up to me a programme with a pen. He's like, Sean, can I have a picture? Can I have a signature? He's like, yeah, of course you can. Bob Thompson. Just get him back.
Did it? Yeah.
Just sat like dad. Like, dad, that was proper cruel. You could have signed it at least like Sean Bean. He's like,
yeah. They pay £3 for that.
Honestly. And then just little bits like calling everybody kid. Like, all right, kid. How's it going?
Right,
yeah,
kid.
it's a bit more mank, that. But
Kid.
Yeah. And then saying how much at stuff.
How much? Yeah.
How much?
Yeah. That's a dad thing, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a very dad thing. Yeah. Quite like cutting grass as well.
But not like being more careful with your money. It's not like it's also like not a midlife crisis thing. It's just it's a responsibility thing. I think you realise as you get older that you've just got more responsibilities, more people relying on you. Got to be a bit more savvy. You save a few quid here and there, and it's saving money. I think that feels better when you get older. Do you know what I mean?
True.
Actually, when you save some money on something or you put a bit of money aside, that has a bigger reward as you get older, I think.
Without doubt. Something that I think I know your answer for this one. One question I've got is, what's the most midlife purchase that you've made recently?
Oh, it's got to be the bike.
Yeah.
100%.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. I don't think I'll be far behind you on that, I've said if I can keep up with Ted when he's running, I don't need a bike, but he's getting quick now.
It's not if I've just bought a bike. I mean, look at me. Look, I'm literally head to toe in pro cycling gear. Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
I'm with you.
I've not just gone dipping my toes in the water here. I've dived in it first. Put literally all the gear and no idea. All the gear and no bike.
All the gear apart from the most important one. But obviously, mate, I'm super conscious of time today as well, because for the sake of the listener, we're
doing this during half term, aren't we?
We are doing this at half term, so relatability
Kids,
and all that.
Misses all waiting around.
I suppose my last question to you, Ryan, is it really a crisis? Is it being a crisis, or is midlife something that should be embraced?
I think people call it a crisis because they want to poke fun, don't they? Yeah. That's what it is. Like,
that's a bit of shame on it.
Yeah, it does. If you see a bloke and he's bought himself a brand new Porsche and he's rolling around in this 911, you go, look at him having a midlife crisis. What you should actually be going is, he's worked his bollocks off his whole life to afford that, and now he can finally get that feeling of that little bit of youth, that's something that made him feel, that Porsche had in his wall, that 911, he's now reliving, or actually living that dream. Yeah. And I don't think it's a crisis at all.
No.
Maybe are some things in the crisis category? I don't think so. No. I think the midlife crisis is actually a beautiful thing.
I can't take you seriously, mate.
You?
You can't give me profound thoughts with an helmet on.
Should I take it off? I'll take it off. I'll take it
So
off.
I think it's a beautiful thing, and I can't do it. I really struggled with that.
Right. The midlife crisis, I promise you, is a beautiful thing. It's blokes saying, I don't give a shit. I don't care what anyone else thinks. I'm going to buy what I want to buy. I'm going to do what I want to do. I'm going to listen to what I want to listen, wear what I want to wear. And it is a bloke coming into his own. Do you not agree with that?
I absolutely do. And I agree with you more now that the helmet's off. That's a good point. And I suppose like special mention for the ladies as well. I guarantee there'll be certain, there's stereotypes out there, what women do when they reach, midlife. And yeah, I just think that must be so difficult to navigate. And
without losing too many of our women audience, just elaborate on that. What do you think of some of the women's things that they get into?
Some of the women's things, all right, let's have a think.
I mean, top of this has got to be yoga.
Do you think?
I think
it's a plastic surgery. So.
Well, closely follow. I was going to say, I think women probably go down more the image route, don't they? They start getting more procedures.
Yeah.
Bit of filler here, bit of Botox there, maybe a little nose job, a little boob job, tummy tuck, all these little things that are just going to get swept under the rug, but just keep them a bit more youthful. And then I think it's things like yoga, reformer Pilates maybe, that becomes a bit more... Is matcha in there with them as well?
I think so. I mean, to confirm, my review of matcha is... There should come with a warning label to stir it before you drink it. Apparently, it's supposed to have like a vanilla shot in there.
Did yours not have a vanilla shot?
I don't know. It tasted like grass.
Did it?
Yeah, it did, yeah.
I mean, I don't like coffee anyway. Only kind of like, that's like tea, coffee shit.
Not a fan.
But that's not put me in the zone.
Lots of girls' trips.
Girls' trips?
That's one I put in for women. Yeah, that's one thing I've made a note of. I feel like as women get midlife and beyond, there seems to go on a lot of like girl trips.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just Valentine's Day, and they call it Galentine's Day now, don't they?
They do, yeah. Have you heard of Palentine's as well?
What's Palentine's? Oh, mates.
Mates, just lads. Yeah. Good, go on.
It sounds a bit like...
But it's for Palentine's.
Sounds a bit too close to like Palestine or something.
I told it my mate.
It's for Palestine Day.
I told it my mate, and he's like, Palpatine from Star Wars. And this is another one where, it's going to sound... I don't think this should ever come out of a male's mouth, but I'm going to say it.
Go on.
Radical hair change.
No, I agree. Yeah, that is that
big hair change.
That's so true. I think there'll be a lot of women nodding now, actually going, "Yeah, you're absolutely right." Like women go for that thing where they tend to get like the bob,
the Karen.
They go, the Karen. They go from the long hair to the bob, and I think it is a good move for a lot of women. It's
reinvention, isn't it?
Yeah, it is a really good move for an older woman. Yeah,
it is. You say older woman then.
I mean, midlife woman.
And then one positive one that I've put is when they say, I'm just done shrinking myself. Because I hear this a lot where people have maybe, especially probably to the generation before ours, like the Generation X, they spent so many years just trying to shrink themselves.
Diet,
like dieting. And now they've just gone, sod it.
Yeah.
Not bothered.
Yeah.
Don't care. No point me trying to be small. Like, just trying to let me actually get strong. Let me get healthy. And weirdly, the results come as a result of that.
Yeah.
We see that a lot of people I work with. It's so it's a great mindset shift, that one.
Yeah, I think we've hopefully covered all the women's ones there, but probably not the best people to speak about it because I think some things my mum does, but one thing my mum does, internet shopping, especially Next.
Yeah.
Oh my God, she's obsessed with Next. I'm not sure if any other women can confirm this, but I think her internet shopping has got out of control.
Fair.
I mean, I get deliveries to our house. Oh, I've just sent Harlow this little thing in the post. Loads of them. We get loads of them, mate. Yeah. It's lovely.
That's nice.
But when you get 2 or 3 a week, it's a bit full on. Do you know what I mean?
My mum, I love my mum dearly. I will go on record saying that right now before I slag her off. she's always looking for some sort of saving. All right, went out last week. Went out for some food last week, and this is in one breath. My mum said this, right? And she went, "Are you having Carvery? Are you in AA?"
AA?
Yeah.
Like Alcohol's Anonymous?
No, as in the
car?
Yeah, the car thing. But she said it in one breath.
Right.
Like, are you having a Carvery? Are you in the AA? I'm like, what? She went, you get 15% off if you're in AA. You get 15% off here. And I'm like, that could have been 2 sentences, Mum. You didn't have to rally them together in one. And it made me laugh because I'm like, that just eclipses everything that my mum is. Just that, wants to look after us. She's like, you can get more food if you get this, you can save yourself a few quid because you're moving house, remember?
That's fascinating, though. I mean, just the fact you can get 15% off at a car because you're with the AA.
Yeah.
That's wild.
And I did get 15% off that car.
Brilliant.
My mum just
Excellent.
Scan the code and we're done. 15% off. There you go.
Yeah, my mum loves a bargain, but she will buy something just because it's on offer. That's my mum's issue. So she'll go, she does this a lot with Next. She'll go, I didn't need to send it, but it was like 70% off.
Yeah.
But
it's got to be done.
But so I had to buy it. You didn't have to buy it, Mum, 'cause it was 7%. No, it was 7% off, so I had to buy it. I was like, no, come on. And she just gets caught in these webs of like, she's a marketer's dream, mate. So they see my mum coming, they're like, oh my God.
She's the case study.
Beautiful lads, come on then, big bonus.
She's the focus group.
She is.
But, one question I'm going to ask you, mate, is would you ever invite your dad on?
Yeah, I would actually.
Yeah, would you?
I'm not sure. Would he would be a good guest? Yeah. And I worry that he might just go a bit deep though. Do you know what I mean? And start bringing like some quite personal stuff that maybe I wouldn't even want shared. Do you know what I mean? It'd be a really interesting dynamic that.
Reason why I remember Pete Wakefield saying to us, if you've not done it, do it. You never have to release it.
Yeah.
All right, even if just you and him do it. I think that'd be really cool. Because somebody asked me that, they're like, oh, would you have ever invited your dad on if he was still here? I'm like, 1,000,000%.
Would you?
1,000,000%.
Would you?
Yeah. 100%.
Should I ask Big PD if he wants to come up?
Big PD. Get him on, mate.
Yeah, maybe I do.
Get him on.
I'd have to have a debrief and go, look, Dad, do you know what I mean? Because my dad loves stitching me up as well.
Yeah. Don't mention all that cycling gear I've got.
I'm like, no, they know about that anyway, mate. Maybe I'll maybe have a little next time I see him, I'll have a little conversation with him.
Yeah. Sorry to chuck you on the bus, mate.
But I mean, it's funny, isn't it? Because it is the Fit Dads podcast, and that is my dad. Do you know what I mean? So what better guest than your own dad?
Oh, mate, I wouldn't even blink. If it were me, no.
Yeah,
okay. I'd love to have that conversation frozen in time. I love that.
Yeah. It's what questions would you ask though to your own dad? Like, maybe there's a lot of questions that I should ask, but maybe haven't asked. It's got me actually thinking really retrospectively now.
Maybe.
Okay, all right.
Maybe. I'll leave you with that.
Anything else you want to add to the midlife crisis?
No regrets, mate. No regrets.
No regrets.
You ever meet these people sometimes and they've got regret in their eyes?
Yeah.
I don't want to be that.
Yeah, just
Worries
do it.
Me that.
Do it.
Yeah.
Take the chance. Buy the thing. Get into that stuff you wanted to get into.
I think it's possible to do the thing, but still look out for the future as well. Yeah. It's possible to do both. It's not an all or nothing. There is.
And don't be ashamed of embracing it early as well. We talk about this early onset of midlife crisis. Like, I feel like that's where we are right now.
Yeah.
Where we're noticing things. I'm a bit weirdly into this thing that I wasn't really into before. Mrs. is taking the mickey at me a little bit because of this and that. There's a few little warning signs, but I say embrace it.
Yeah.
You are flourishing into this new bloke, this, alpha 2.0 that is the person that's going to take you to the next stage in life. And I think you've got to embrace that for sure.
If we've missed anything, I really, really want people to get in touch and say,
absolutely,
I've started doing this and my dad used to do this. And I can't believe they didn't mention that. Please let us know.
There's one other thing. I think we've mentioned it on a podcast before. I've got it in my notes here, so I'll be, hard pressed if I didn't mention it. It's Fern, the YouTube channel called Fern. One thing that I found myself getting more and more into is just history and why things are the way they are. And I'm only going to touch on it briefly, but if you are like finding yourself in that midlife crisis place where you want to understand everything and know why things are the way they are and what's happening in the world, Fern, I would say, is a really good YouTube video.
Fern.
Fern.
Yeah, I've just found it now.
Just read some of the top titles of those videos.
The street corner that changed history. Disneyland's most preventable tragedy. That's the one.
I want to know, what is that? What is Disneyland's most preventable tragedy?
Why the US president is almost impossible to kill. That's a very interesting.
Honestly, I can't. If you go to Fern YouTube channel, you'll get caught in a web, and it's like video to video to video because they're all so interesting and they're honestly all so well produced.
Wow,
I can't recommend Fern enough.
The Indian genius nobody understands.
It's brilliant.
Wow, I'm intrigued.
It's brilliant, mate.
The ultimate clickbait, and it's actually good.
It is really good. I've learned loads. I feel like my history of the world. And they do things like narco, drug gangs, things like that, which I'm into as well. They do loads of stuff, mate. It's dead. And there's like a new one every week or every couple of weeks.
I think that's my midlife crisis I'm having at the moment. I love history.
Yeah, I'm saying.
I love history.
I want to understand everything.
Yeah.
Like if I get into the bikes, I don't want to know what the average bike is. I want to know what the best bike is, what the best thing for me is, why that stem's there, how wide everything needs to be, how do I tailor it to me. I want to understand the details, whereas back in the day I would have just gone into like Evans Cycles and gone, give me that bike. I want to understand every single component now. And again, third, if you're into like the history side of things, is awesome for that.
I've got a very random stat for people, random history fact to send us off home today, if any history nerds out there. Apparently, women's tops button up the opposite way to ours.
What?
Yeah.
So a woman's shirt, the buttons on the other side?
Yep.
Oh, I've got to put this to the test, mate.
Because what you're going to put one of Amy's on.
That's next episode.
Next episode.
That's me attire for next episode.
Apparently, because when women first started wearing shirts, a lot of the servants were right-handed and they'd dress them.
Ah.
There you go.
That's interesting.
There you go. And apparently that's something that's maintained as history's gone on.
I didn't know that. Yeah. That's a great fact, that, Brad.
Like that.
Love that.
Yeah, there you go. So I look forward to R5 in a blouse next week.
I have to go raid Amy's closet now. Guys, as always, if you enjoyed the episodes, drop us a review, drop us a like, comment, share, follow, whatever it is on whatever platform you're listening to. And you tweaking your glasses there?
I am, yeah. Just trying to get right into break character at that point.
And yeah, guys, we will see you as always on the next one.
See you soon.
Cheers, man.
Cheers, man.
Enjoyed that.